Welcome to Change. I'm Bonnie Carlin from the Senior Cafe at the Barn in Schaumburg, and I'm delighted to be with you today. We will be talking about the history of Valentine's Day, a holiday that celebrates love. It is observed by exchanging cards, candy, or gifts. So let's find out why love is in the air today. But before we begin, we'll let our panelists introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Earlene Lee Ford, a member of the Barn.
I'm Fran Rogas, a member of the Barn.
I'm Anna Mae Smith, and I'm live in Schaumburg, and I am a member of the Barn.
Well, thank you, ladies. Does anyone know how Valentine's Day first got started? Anna Mae?
I do. It started back in like the mid-century, and it started with Heliopolis or something like that, and he said that the people would, a boy and a girl would mingle, and that's how it got started.
Yeah.
And St. Valentine, or later became St. Valentine, he had men and women each go off on their own, and that was it.
Yeah, I heard that he was a priest.
Yes.
With the church.
I didn't know
that Claudius II, I believe, who was emperor then of Rome, forbade the soldiers to marry.
Right.
Because he wanted them fighting, not loving.
Right.
So I guess he secretly married some of the couples, and I believe he paid the price for that.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was killed on the 14th of February, and originally the holiday was the 15th.
Yes.
But what they did was they changed it to the 14th in honor of him, Saint Valentine.
Yeah.
So, do you know what the meaning behind Valentine's Day is? Yeah, go ahead.
It's like a story of love. You know, where he had the men and the women go together, and he married them, St. Valentine, and it was and I don't know who they are. The Sif was the wife of one of the men, and that was it. It was, I can't remember all of it, though.
Yeah.
I have a little information that I really gathered from the internet, and they spoke about the 14th century being the first time that romance and love was really introduced for St. Valentine's Day. Because, like originally, as we said, St. Valentine was executed. That was since about 270 AD. And then the birds were the ones that were mating just around that time. And then the 17th century, it picked up where it was more than just romance. It was just love. Everyone was thinking about love and sharing gifts and cards.
How nice.
Beautiful.
I wonder if that's the beginning of chivalry.
Really.
But anyway, can you think of any food associated with Valentine's Day, Fran?
Oh, chocolate.
Oh,
Chocolate's the best.
oh, it
Who
is.
does not like chocolate?
Exactly. And if you were to treat yourself with something for Valentine's Day, what would it be?
You know, I like it simple. I like just meeting people and sharing thoughts and, you know, just sharing love. That's what I think the day is for. It's very commercialized now, but the simple way is the best for me. I don't know I would go out and buy any big piece of jewelry or anything like that.
Fran?
I would love flowers.
Would you?
No calories, just flowers.
But she says to you what you would do for yourself,
Yeah,
right?
what would you would buy yourself flowers? Is
Flowers,
that-
yes,
You
ma'am.
would buy
Wow,
yourself
what kind?
Roses,
Of course, and what color?
red.
I'd be disappointed if you said anything else. Anna Mae, how about you?
I'd probably buy chocolate.
That sounds good.
Some really good chocolate. I'd go out and buy it for me, and that would be it.
Wow, that's great.
Lovely.
So, no massage or anything like that,
No.
right? Okay. How does Valentine's Day make you feel?
Makes you feel happy.
True. Very true.
And their sharing of love and caring.
I think we should have more days like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, in the world, sometimes there's a lot of gloom and doom and stuff.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day is one of the happier holidays, I think. Love and affection, and not only for your significant other, but for your friends and everything like that.
How true.
Makes it nice. Is there anything you would change about Valentine's Day if you had the opportunity?
No.
I'll take away all the commercialization. You can't, listen to TV without some big splash about what you can get, and it's a lot of dollars they're talking about.
Yeah. I think they're talking about buying teddy bears and buying chocolate or jewelry or whatever, instead of just concentrating on
the love,
on the people,
And
and
the people
kindness.
being
Yes.
nice to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you think men feel about Valentine's Day?
Embarrassed. Most men go just before they get home from work.
Yes.
And pick up whatever's the quickest, a card, chocolates, flowers.
I always loved it. Didn't care when he bought it, when
Maybe
he picked
we
it out,
might-
but I
maybe-
loved it.
Yeah.
Maybe we're misjudging them too, and that it's a time that they look forward to just, let you know, or let the woman know how they feel.
Oh, yes.
Which is sweet. If you really liked somebody and they didn't send you a card or wish you a happy Valentine's Day, would you be upset? Mm-hmm. You would.
Yes, I would be very upset.
Yeah.
I would not.
wouldn't.
No?
I would not. Because, I think maybe different places, different countries, it takes time for people to really get on board. Because, I know that originally in my country that people weren't that obsessed with Valentine, but gradually it's being caught on.
And is that like recently that it's
Well, over a few years now, but I know there are places in the world probably that they don't know anything or don't celebrate Valentine. So maybe if that person is from a place like that, the person wouldn't know that this is a requirement or that this is expected.
Great. Listen, we're going to take a break right now, so hold that thought. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Change. We're talking about Valentine's Day today, but this time we're going back in time to when we were youngsters. Describe your typical holiday when you were young.
Well, when my kids were young, we went and we bought the Valentines at the store, and then they had to sign their names, and they brought them to school, and there was usually a little party where we brought cupcakes, and it was just a great time. The boys loved it. Yeah.
Good, good.
Really? The boys?
Well, I had 3 sons before I had a daughter.
Okay.
So, Fran, how was your Valentine's when you were
Ours
young?
was very simple. My mother and grandmother would bake, and there wasn't a lot of money, so we made our own Valentines and enjoyed that. And there was the dime store way back when. And now we have the dollar stores and the,
Pretty
family
soon it's
dollar
a
store.
$10,000 store. Right?
Yes. But we enjoyed it. The only sad part was that you only made cards for the people that you really knew or liked. And I'm glad they stopped that in schools, because now they buy cards, they sign them to every child in the room, and I
Which
think
is
that's so
nice.
much nicer.
Yeah, nobody feels that they're not
Left out,
appreciated.
right.
No.
And this is some of your handiwork.
Yes, I wanted to do a couple examples just to let you know that it was construction paper and doilies and imagination.
Very good. And Earlene, you said that...
It was pretty non-existent. We knew about Valentine and thought that it was mostly for lovers. And you wear red. We always had red and, would wear red for that day. But special meals or a lot of sharing of cards, and that wasn't so in the beginning.
Very nice. Are there any other items you used to make for Valentine's Day besides cards?
Clothes, because pretty much everyone in those days either had a dressmaker that would sew your clothes, or in my case, I loved to sew, so I did it myself. And I really liked for special occasions, especially Valentine, to do something new, to sew something new.
Do you still sew?
Not too much. I've gotten, used to the American system, and you can go and pick it off the
Very
shelf.
convenient, huh?
Yep, it is.
How about you, Fran?
Oh, we used to make what we could from what we had, but we made pillows, and I too loved to sew, so I enjoy that you did too. And just whatever floated our boat.
Anime?
I never sewed. No? No, I just
But
never...
you said you made cupcakes, right?
Well, I bought them at the bakery.
Oh, you're cheating.
I love it.
I bought the cards at the dime store, cause, and then I went to the bakery and bought cupcakes because I didn't sew and I didn't bake.
Wow, what a great place that dime store was.
Oh, it was memory lane.
Absolutely. When you grew up and started dating, what were some of the things you received for Valentine's Day?
We partied. I remember going to parties during my dating time, and I got cards and flowers, jewelry. It was a difference.
Wonderful.
Yes, because I was in the lover-sphere there, where Valentine had all the meaning.
Beautiful.
Great.
I enjoyed that.
A few times flowers, a few times chocolates, not always at the same time, but when I lucked out, it was great.
Wow.
I usually got the candy. That was it.
That was wonderful.
What was the one very special item you received? Was there something very special?
No.
No?
I think the first time when I was dating my husband, and he brought me a beautiful box of chocolates, the heart with the flowers on it, the artificial flowers. That was terrific, and the candy was wonderful.
I got a box like that, too.
Yeah. Well, I got a beautiful watch once, and it meant a lot to me.
Oh, yeah.
It since has stopped working, but I'm very sentimental. I still have it.
That's true.
Yeah. What do you give others for Valentine's Day?
Personal attention.
Wow.
Caring. It may be a cup of coffee. It may be a flower. It could be just good wishes.
It's very nice. Did you ever go to a Valentine's Day party?
No, I didn't have the pleasure of that.
I have at the barn. I've gone
Yes.
to a lot of the Valentine's Day parties at the barn.
And what did you experience at the party?
Fun. Other people wishing them happy Valentine's Day. And we always had fun there.
Yeah.
And that was like my first party, Valentine's party. and I liked it.
Well, we have a lot of parties at the bar.
Yeah, but
that was special.
But we used to wear like red, you know, and I liked it.
Well, my goodness, there's so many things that you know, we can do for Valentine's Day. I think we're having a party at the barn this year too, and that's going to be on the 14th of February, which is actually Valentine's Day, and it's a free party. Of course, we can only have so many show up. So if you are interested out there and you're a senior who would like to participate in our Valentine's party, you can call 847-524-7496 and call for availability. We'd love to see you there. And right now we're taking a break. We'll go to the next segment. Welcome back. We're talking about Valentine's Day, and we explored how it got started, our experiences growing up, and we reviewed our current experiences as seniors. Is there anyone who would like to celebrate, you would like to celebrate the holiday with now?
My husband.
Oh.
The mere fact that at this age we could still be together and enjoying each other is a big plus. And we're happy to have that. And I don't think we could do much, but at least we have each other.
That's beautiful. How long have you been married, Earlene?
We finished 34 years,
Beautiful.
January 27th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
So, Fran, who would you like to spend the day with?
Oh, my new friends at the barn.
Wow.
My husband is in heaven this year, and I have been so blessed by the people at the barn. New friends, just great people. And if you can come Valentine's Day, please do. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you. Anna Mae?
My kids.
Ah.
My husband passed away, and I have 3 sons and 1 daughter, and I do like to celebrate with the kids.
And are they close by?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're all really close by, and it makes it nice. It makes it very nice.
Now, at the Valentine's Day at the barn that we're going to have, what do you think we'll be doing there?
Oh, I'd like to find out.
Is it a mystery so far?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we play cards. We're the card-playing people. And then we have lunch and bingo, so I don't think it's anything different except what we're used to doing. And then Valentine's Day is just extra.
And I hear a rumor that everybody's going to get a prize.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too.
I don't know what it is.
But I've heard that too.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Would you ever cook a special meal for the holiday now?
Not at this point in my life. I'm attending the barn because it makes life so easy. There's no cooking, except if, you know, there's a big necessity. And since we're already partying at the barn this year, I wouldn't cook a special meal.
Okay.
I'd be great with a reservation. With good friends.
Yes, yes. Anna Mae?
Reservations.
Yes, that sounds good to me too.
That's what we do best, reservations.
Actually, yeah. How would you celebrate the holiday with a grandchild?
Well, my granddaughter loves bingo, so I'm going to take her to play bingo.
Oh, how much fun is that?
My grandson's so busy with his girlfriend. And my granddaughter loves bingo, so I'm going to take her to play bingo.
And I bet she's twisting your arm.
She really is.
Yeah. How about you, Fran?
Well, my granddaughter would like to teach me. I have 13 grandchildren.
Wow.
My
But
God.
one of them would want to teach me how to dance that Wii game. It's TV. I don't know what I'm doing. But I guess it'd be fun.
Oh, that's great. Has anyone other than your grandchildren given you something recently?
No, just the cards and money.
And love.
Oh, no complaints.
No, no.
And what would you tell your grandchildren about the holiday?
To treat everybody beautifully, with kindness and love, and generosity of time.
Yeah, I still feel in simplicity, and I think when my turn is here for a grandchild, I haven't experienced that very beautiful thing yet.
You'll love it.
I'll be able to teach them that they must emphasize the love in Valentine more than the gifts of just material things, and to know that, you know, being there for each other and other people is more important than the gifts.
It's true.
Very beautiful. Departing from Valentine's Day for a moment, we're having another free party at the barn on February 23rd. There will be a doctor that will give a discussion on knee pain. And I know there's been a lot of people that have had, you know, either knee surgery or are contemplating knee surgery. This is also a free party. And if you would like to come, all you need to do is call the barn at 847-524-7496. It's February 23rd, and we usually start at about 11:30. So if you can come in then, that would be great. So does anybody have any special plans besides going to the barn for Valentine's Day?
Oh, I think that's enough.
Oh, I don't have any.
No. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
I am too.
Yeah.
I'm looking for whatever happens, happens.
So for all you out there watching us, please join us. Come in. Give us a call. Again, the number is 847-524-7496. And we'll be looking at you later. Bye-bye for now.